Start rolling.
We've been rolling for 5
Oh no! You can clip that out though.
Looks great.
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl with Off the Jacks, and today I am here with Nancy Beckum and her beautiful convertible. So, Nancy, what are we looking at here?
Here we have a fabulous 1956 Ford Fairlane Sunliner, which is the convertible version of this car.
And how long have you had this?
I've had her a year.
Was this something that you knew this was the car you wanted? Was it, oh, this is the one I'm going to die for, or did you just happen upon it?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I grew up with 4 older brothers and a dad that was a gearhead, and I've always loved classic cars. But what got me on the Fairlane, there was an older gentleman that had the hardtop Fairlane with that came up the convertible hardtop. And I called my cousin who owns Richmond Classic Cars in Texas, and I said, I want you to find me this car. No, you don't want one of those. And I said, excuse me, what did I just say? No, there are mechanical issues because that's hydraulic and you'll hate it, and Chuck won't know how to do a thing. So no, I'm not gonna find you one of those. I said, I don't think you understand what I said. So he said, okay. Well, a week later, he sent me pictures of this, and I was like, I'd rather you have this. And I was like, okay, let me come look. So we flew to Texas and looked at it, and it was immediate love.
So you had an idea what you wanted. You just didn't know the exact
This
timing.
one, yes.
Until he said,
Yes.
this is what I'm going to let you have.
Yes, that's right. And 56 is the year my husband and I were born, so that was another reason we wanted to stick with a 56.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And now, I know that whenever I see you pull into car shows, I always know you always have the top down, you're always, looking cute in there. And how often do you take this to shows, and what's the response?
Well, I won best in, not best in show. At Viva Las Vegas, this car won the best of everybody. It got the Tom Ingram's choice, and he's the producer of the show. So I won that show, which was absolutely astounding because I didn't even know they gave prizes. I was just excited to be there to see the stray cats. So I got a lot of attention with this car, and I always try to dress like I stepped out in 1956.
Yes.
So I do car shows a lot with my friends, and especially Lisa, and we try to park together and dress in our little pinup dresses. So we have a lot of fun. But I think I've won 4 times.
And I think part of it is some of you girls that do dress up for the era of your cars. I mean, that adds a whole new dimension.
Of course
to
it does. It's a lot more fun because when you step out of the car, I even wear a white scarf, chiffon scarf that was my mother's, and cat eye glasses. So, when I'm driving down the street, they think I'm an entertainer here in Vegas.
Or to me, when I see some of these cars, I picture who I think should be getting out of them and stuff. And that's what fits is, I've seen you and I'm like, oh, she's like in a movie, from way back that we've seen.
Right.
Whether you're driving down the beach or whatever.
Exactly.
So how many people come up and say, can we get a picture of you with your car?
Tons.
Well,
Tons.
when I was talking to, I believe it was either Leslie or Lisa, we figured out that what you girls should start doing is pictures for parts. And
Lisa and I came up with that when we were at Car Stars on
Yes.
Fremont. If we got $1 for every picture, we'd have enough car parts to last us.
Yeah, I'm thinking you want a picture? Bring me a muffler.
That's
dude.
right.
You
Right.
got an alternator?
Or give me $5 and we'll get our own parts.
Yes, there you go. Now, what kind of features are unique to this car?
This car has the optional Thunderbird engine that Ford let you add on to the price in the very beginning. So it's a 292 with the Thunderbird engine, and it's got all original numbers. The Continental kit was added at the factory, and most of the time they were added on later, but this is actually a factory Continental kit. It has the upgraded spoke wheels. It's just, when I saw it, I was instantly in love.
And now when we talked about improvements,
Right.
even though I don't think you're gonna make her look any prettier, what kind of things would you like to do that maybe haven't been done yet with it?
The only thing that I would like to do is take out a little row of gauges that were added on because the dash gauges did not work. And I'd like to make those come back to life and get rid of that added piece that was clearly not from the factory. I want it as original as it can be. When we first purchased the car, it had glass pack mufflers. And it sounded really cool, but that's not how the car was in 1956.
Right.
It wasn't loud, it wasn't obnoxious. So we changed it and took the glass packs off and put a more appropriate muffler that sounded more like the period, because I want it to be as authentic as it can be. And this was this is a 3-speed automatic, which was quite expensive in those days.
I didn't know they did this.
Yes, yes, 1956, right?
Now
It was a
you've done something
3-speed, I
new.
can't remember what Ford called it, I may have this wrong. 3-speed power glide or auto glide, I don't know. My cousin's gonna see this and go, oh my God, don't you that?
You know what? He can leave it in the comments.
That's right.
And if nothing else, now he's the cousin in Texas.
Yes, that had,
He should have, when he pointed this car out to you, he should have had all of that listed.
oh, he did, but I,
And, you know, made up nice for you so that we could have just held it up. and
that would
said,
have been neat. Maybe it's in the glove box. I'll look and see.
You know what? He should get right on that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Neil, get on it.
I'll have to go to Texas and interview him.
There you go.
And that's gonna be a heck of a trip.
You should see his car museum.
Oh, now see, now I wanna go to Texas.
Oh, his car museum is unbelievable.
When you get to Texas, is he gonna say, Nancy, you have to bring this over and put it out for me?
He's actually gonna keep, we're shipping it,
Mhm.
and he's actually gonna keep it there until we arrive on the 23rd.
And you've got documentation stating that he will give it back to you?
Yes, it's mine.
Okay.
My name's on the title.
I wanted to make sure.
He always says, you've got a lot of car there for the money. And I said, I know that.
And this is a gigantic car.
It is. And it drives like a dream. It's so heavy that it just floats down the street.
Oh.
It's just, there's not a squeak, there's not a rattle. It sounds beautiful and it drives like a dream. It's awesome to drive.
Now, when you get out to Texas, are you gonna be looking up shows?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's become who I am. And in just the last 2 years, it's just become something I look forward to.
Do you have an urge to get a different car, or is this gonna be your baby?
No, this is it.
It fits you.
It does. It does. Sassy.
Yes, yes. You know,
Yes.
it's got that big relaxed, I'm
It
in
does.
control.
It does. Look at me. It says, look at me.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing when people said, oh, Nancy, and I'm like, I don't know Nancy. And then they describe your car. I'm like, oh, I know Nancy's
Yes,
car.
now I know her car.
Yes.
Yes.
I knew the car before I knew you. So anything else that stands out that everybody should know whenever they look for one?
I don't know enough about cars to say anything that definitive.
Look for a car that you know you're gonna just have
Well,
fun
you know,
with.
I think it hits you. When you see a car, I think the connection just slaps you in the face. Or it did for me. When I saw the pictures of this car, I was like, I don't need a hardtop after all. I don't need that hardtop convertible. This is gorgeous. So I was
You got a
fine with
convertible.
it. Yeah, I got my convertible, and it's hydraulic, so it's an automatic convertible. The top comes up when you push a button, so it's not like I'm doing it manually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's perfect.
Well, she's beautiful, and I wish I could do like on most videos I say watch for the car at the next car show, but This one's leaving Las Vegas, although I am sure at some point we will be seeing highlights from you in Texas showing it off.
Yes.
Those down in Texas have no idea what's going to be cruising into the next
For
show.
sure. For sure. Exactly.
Just go down there and blow them all
Yes,
away.
I will. I will.
Next to their old pickup trucks.
Yes.
And now people from Texas are mad.
They're going to say, who is that chick? And who does she think she is?
Well, thank you very much for letting us
I
come
enjoyed
out.
it.
We love your car.
Thank you.
And we hope all of you will subscribe. And like I said, you may not be able to see Nancy in Las Vegas, but if you're in Texas, watch out because
Look out.
there's somebody new going to be showing up.
There's a new sheriff in town.
That's right. And she's not joking.